Sarah's phone buzzed with the 17th notification that morning. All collection agencies, $34,000 in debt, at age 29, working 2 jobs, sleeping 4 hours a night, and somehow falling further behind every month. Her apartment was dark, electricity cut off 3 days ago. She'd been showering at the gym, charging her phone at coffee shops, telling everyone she was fine. Last night her car got repossessed from the grocery store parking lot. Walking home with 2 bags of groceries, tears freezing on her cheeks, she made a decision. Tomorrow morning, she'd file for bankruptcy. There was no other way out. But when she opened her email at the library, one message changed everything. Sarah had been running from debt for 4 years. Ever since her mother's cancer treatment drained their family savings, she'd co-signed loans, maxed credit cards, taken payday advances, anything to keep her mother alive. Her mother survived, but Sarah inherited financial devastation. Every debt management program wanted money she didn't have. Every consolidation loan got rejected. She'd tried budgeting apps, financial podcasts, side hustles. Nothing worked. The debt grew faster than her payments. She was drowning, and the shore kept moving further away. But that email wasn't from another collection agency. It was from her college roommate Alina, now a financial counselor, who'd somehow heard about Sarah's situation. "Before you do anything drastic, can we talk? I know you've tried everything. This is different. 1 habit. 30 days. If it doesn't work, I'll help you file bankruptcy myself. What do you have to lose?" Sarah stared at the message for 20 minutes. What did she have to lose? Everything was already gone. She typed back, "Fine. 1 conversation. But I'm done with miracle solutions." They met at a diner the next morning. Alina slid a single index card across the table. On it, 7 words: "Write down every dollar before spending it." Sarah laughed bitterly. "A budget. That's your miracle." "I've tried 12 budgeting apps, Alina. They don't work when you have no money to budget," Alina said firmly. "Budgeting is planning future money. This is acknowledging present reality. Every single dollar that enters your life, paycheck, tip, birthday gift, found change, you write it down before you spend it. Not in an app, by hand. Physical pen, physical paper. That's insane." "I make 1,000 small transactions monthly," Sarah protested. "Exactly. And you're unconscious for all of them. That's why you're drowning," Alina explained the psychology. "Every time you physically write an amount before spending it, your brain creates a conscious decision point. Automatic spending becomes intentional spending. The act of writing activates different neural pathways than typing or tapping. It forces acknowledgement. You're not broke because you don't earn enough," Alina continued. "You're broke because money passes through your hands invisibly. This habit makes it visible." Sarah wanted to argue, but she remembered charging coffee yesterday without thinking. $6. She couldn't remember deciding to spend it. It just happened. How many transactions like that occurred daily? 30 days, Alina repeated. "Carry this notebook everywhere before any transaction. Write the amount. If you truly can't afford it after writing it down, you don't buy it. But here's the key. You're not forbidden from spending. You just have to witness yourself doing it." Sarah took the notebook, a small leather journal that fit in her pocket. Day 1 felt absurd. She wrote $4.50 before buying lunch. The cashier stared as Sarah stood there, pen in hand, completing the transaction with unusual slowness. But something strange happened. Seeing 4.50 in her own handwriting made the money real. She suddenly noticed the cheaper sandwich option she'd ignored. Too late for today, but now she saw it. Day 3, she wrote $47 before grocery shopping. Staring at those numbers, she reconsidered. She put back the premium brand cereal, the impulse candy, the overpriced juice. Her cart total, $31. $16 saved from one moment of consciousness. She bought the same amount of food, just conscious choices instead of automatic ones. Week 2, the notebook became her anchor. She wrote $200 on payday, allocating it before spending. Rent came first. She wrote the full amount. Suddenly she saw exactly how much remained. Not an abstract number in an app, but her own handwriting showing reality. She started writing upcoming expenses in advance, seeing the collision course before it happened. For the first time in years, she made a phone payment before the due date. Just barely, but she made it. The transformation wasn't about spending less, it was about spending consciously. Sarah discovered she'd been spending $30 weekly on convenient food she didn't taste or enjoy. Automatic purchases, zombie consumption. Writing it down forced her to ask, do I actually want this, or am I just going through motions? Often the answer was motions. By day 20, something impossible happened. She had $14 left before the next paycheck. $14 in surplus. She'd never had surplus before. Ever. She stared at the notebook page, adding and re-adding the numbers, certain she'd made a mistake, but the math was correct. Every dollar witnessed, every expense acknowledged, every decision conscious. She took those $14 and made her first extra debt payment. $14 against $34,000 felt meaningless, but Alina's words echoed. This isn't about the amount. It's about proving you can move in a different direction. That $14 payment represented something revolutionary, money flowing toward freedom instead of toward survival. Month 2, Sarah expanded the habit. She started writing down debts by hand, smallest to largest, just like the snowball method she'd read about but never implemented. Seeing them on paper instead of scattered across digital statements changed her relationship with them. They became concrete problems with concrete solutions, not abstract monsters haunting her phone. 6 months later, Sarah paid off her first complete debt, a $900 medical bill. She physically crossed it off her handwritten list. The psychological victory was immeasurable. One less payment, one less weight. The momentum built. Every dollar became a soldier in her army. Every transaction a choice. Every day a battle she could win. 18 months after starting the notebook habit, Sarah eliminated $19,000 in debt. She worked the same jobs, earned the same income. The only difference, complete consciousness around every dollar. No magic, no windfall, no lottery. Just the simple, powerful habit of writing it down. Making the invisible visible, transforming unconscious bleeding into conscious healing. The simple habit that eliminates all debt isn't earning more or wanting it badly enough. It's witnessing every dollar with your own hand, your own eyes, your own consciousness. When you see money clearly, you finally control it. Sarah learned that freedom doesn't require a fortune, it requires awareness. The notebook didn't change her circumstances, it changed her relationship with reality. And that changed everything.